Hello everybody, Ginger Dragon here with another episode of Starcraft 2 casting. This one, my friend Kyle sent me a couple of replays for me to cast, and for this one we are on Antiga Shipyard with GreenGrass being the Terran at the top right, throwing out the good luck, have fun. Will Kyle return the favor? No, he will not, because he is a jerk. Speaking of Kyle, he is KTA in the bottom left as the Blue Zerg. Already sending his overlord out to start scouting. In the meantime, he's just building more SCVs, because let's face it, that's what Terran does. That's what everyone does, really. I mean, you can't really work well without, you know, SCVs, or workers in this case, because, you know, he's a stupid Zerg. The mindless, well, not really mindless, the over-mindful bugs. And meanwhile, he's sending out his SCV, preparing for another scout. Now, unlike my videos, these are actually going to be bronze, or very high bronze. Oh, meanwhile, Kyle did the extractor trick. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I think I was actually the one that showed him that. You're welcome! Anyways, as I was saying, my friend Kyle is actually #1 in his bronze leagues, meaning that he goes up against either really good bronzers or semi-good silver leaguers. So these games are going to be a hell of a lot more interesting than the ones I play. Meanwhile, it looks like they're Oh, are they going to actually meet head and head? Are we going to have a battle royale on this massive plateau up here? Let's find out when it happens, of course. Terran players beginning his wall off, starting to get there. Still needs to build the barracks, but you know, he doesn't have enough minerals yet, so we'll forgive him for that. For now. Oh, meanwhile, the workers spot each other. Are we going to have a battle royale? Nah, they're just going to kind of clunk together. Have a bit of a headbang. So I'm guessing. Oh no, Kyle has him selected, or is that? Yeah, Kyle had him selected, I guess. I don't know. Kind of surprised that he didn't immediately send him to the final base remaining after running into that SCV, or just flat out having him follow the SCV. That's what I would have done, man. But oh well. Well, no. Then again, come to think of it, he did see him coming out of here, so no. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I retract my previous statement. Here comes the SCV. Now the Zerg, unfortunately, can't exactly wall off effectively. He's getting his spawning pool down, preparing to get a couple of early units, maybe, I don't know. Which is going to finish first? This or the barracks? Oh, looks like he's not actually going to be able to finish his wall off in time. Uh-oh. This isn't looking good. Meanwhile, SCV over here is going to hide behind the I almost call it the coward. No, he's going to be like a coward and hide behind the fog. See if he actually does something tricky in there. Uh-oh. We got an epic chase going on. High-speed pursuit. Oh, and he's placing down an extractor. That's a bit of a dick move. Finally deciding to finish off his wall off. Well, you know, once the barracks is finished. Where is that SCV? He's somewhere in there. We don't know where. He's just working on it silently. SCV is still sitting here. I'm waiting for him to do something really sneaky in here. You can't fit a barracks in there, but I'm sure there's something you can do in there. Not sure what, though. Overlord's still coming over, preparing to spot the base. Is Kyle going to cancel his reactor? No, he's not. That's not a reactor, that's an extractor. Come on. Get your terminology right, boy. You're a StarCraft 2 caster. If you don't get it right, you're going to be torn to shreds by the community. But no, he did not cancel the extractor, which I'd actually have to agree with in this case because, well, he wasn't exactly going to take the second gas anyway, but when he does want to take the second gas, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. And here comes the first Marine to help take this thing out. That guy's still chilling out down there. I do not have the production tab up. There we go, that's better. Kyle not building anything right now, mostly because he's waiting for his eggs. His eggs to be prepared, and here comes the Zerglings. But there is a wall off. I don't know if they're going to be able to get through. His lone Marine is distracted with the extractor, so he might be able to out-damage it. Oh man, no, by the time they actually get this thing burning, those Marines are going to be back. There's no way he's going to take this thing down, unfortunately. Never know. Terran might be a nice guy and lower the supply depots, but I highly doubt that. Meanwhile, Kyle getting another gas, and he's preparing to get his orbital command, as well as building more Marines to fend off the vile Zerg, who are just kind of throwing themselves at a wall now. Meanwhile, we still got this SCV just sort of chilling here. I'm beginning to think this guy's just going to sit here for the entire game. He's going to be this guy's ace in the hole. And coming in to finish the extractor, it is bleeding now. Bleeding profusely from every single orifice. Kyle taking double gas now all of a sudden. Oh man. Oh, he's getting his second barracks going. Only has one Marine going after this in case he sends over some more Zerglings, which, well, let's face it, he's Zerg. I'd be surprised if he didn't. That's all you gotta do is Zerg. Just build links, build links. Not really, I'm way undermining them, but still. That's what I do, I undermine people who are worse than me. And the extractor falls, just like the mule who just came from outer space. His plant no longer required him, so he is going to go ahead and start mining right off the bat. And yeah, nothing really special happening anymore. He's getting a bunker now. He's sick and tired of those Zerg attacking, even though they only attacked once. Well, we got 6 more workers, and the SCV is coming out to do damage. He's gonna attack the spawning pool, and now he's running away. Cower behind the smoke. The queen won't know I'm there. Oh, but he sees him, and that SCV is going way down. Meanwhile, all production has halted. Oh, there we go. Got another supply depot going. Because, let's face it, he really needs it. Just about supply blocked himself there. Just about. But not really. Barracks taken off. Not sure where he's actually... Oh, he's actually going to wall off his expansion. Getting fancy over here. Once again, though, you can hardly blame him because, I mean, let's face it, Kyle is Zerg, and Zerg don't play fair at all. They will just come in and they will wreck your expansion. Mess it up. Ooh, got lots of stuff building over here. We got 2 more Zerglings and 1 more Overlord, as well as a Roach Warren, and he's going into layer tech. Maybe we'll see some Infestors. Because let's face it, Infestors are pretty much the premier unit of the Zerg, except for Broodlords. Actually, I don't know, I think Infestors are actually, like, more premier, if that's such a thing, than Broodlords. At least that's what I'd say. In the short time that oh no! We came here only long enough to see the mules poor and short demise. Got 2 Zerglings here, ready to nom some human flesh. Meanwhile, we're getting a tech lab and a reactor over here. I think, will Zerglings be able to fit through these 2 gaps? It looks, oh, well, not anymore. But will he be able to fit through this gap? Maybe 1 by 1, but they're gonna die if they try that. Especially with all these new units he's building. Here comes another mule to speed up production. Meanwhile, his expansion is almost finished. It's so close. So very close. 6 roaches on the way. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure roaches are going to mess him up as it currently stands. From my experience, roaches are pretty good against Terran bio in general. Especially, I don't know, do Marauders beat roaches? I'm not sure. I guess we might find out. Because he is building the Marauders and getting the stim packs ready. Oh boy. Meanwhile, his expansion's just kind of stagnated, just sitting there. Hatchery is, he's just about got his expansion. He did not go for the natural expansion. Not sure why, but hey, I'm sure it'll make sense. Researching burrow to back up his roaches. Because let me tell you, man, when you burrow those roaches, bad things happen for the other player. And by that, I of course mean that they regenerate health. In case you somehow didn't know that yet. But hey, if you didn't know that yet, I'm not going to judge you. That just means you haven't played Zerg. In which case I am going to judge you, because Zerg is pretty fun. Look at me, I'm contradicting myself. Kyle getting a spine crawler going using the Overlord's, what's that called? The generate creep ability from the Overlord. Does he have an Overseer yet, actually? Let me take a look. No, he does not have an Overseer, but, I mean, why would he? He's going up against the Terran. The only real cloaked unit they have is Banshees and or Ghosts. Which, I mean, you know, that sure is annoying, but for the moment, I think he's fine without an Overseer. And how much does he actually know about him? He actually does know quite a bit. Last time well, no, he does not know about the expansion at all. But overall, though, I'd say that, you know, it's looking pretty good. He knows a hell of a lot more than Barrows did, and I think he does know a bit more than, what's his name, GreenGrass does. Let's go on, head back and look at everybody. He scanned the base. Now he knows what's going on. He's already got his layer tech. Man, things gonna go crazy now. He's getting the engineering bay and the factory up and running. Meanwhile, just building up more bio. Not too much, but enough. Enough to last him. Meanwhile, Kyle just building another queen for his brand new expansion so he can build more of the demons known as the Zerg. Stim still researching. He's getting more supply depots. Yeah, now I'm just kind of speaking without purpose here. Burrowing all his units, so if he attacks, GreenGrass, that is. He's just gonna get a nasty surprise. I look kind of like the symmetry he's got going here, though. Got lots of units and then 2 spine crawlers guarding the entrance. Looking the exact way they should be. Building the missile turret. Preparing for the Muta play. Too bad Kyle is not a Muta person. Most of the time. As far as I can tell, at least. Oh man, he's just dropping the mules now. Dropping them like thunder. Getting a starport as well. Could we actually see some Banshee play? Kyle might regret not getting an Overseer. Because in the time it takes to morph it, well, certainly it might not be necessary, but in the time it takes to morph it, those Banshees can deal a decent amount of damage. Not enough to knock you out of the game if you're good, but they can hurt quite a bit. Kyle getting his first evolution chamber. So he's going for some pretty late upgrades, but hey, at least he's getting upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, let's see what he's got so far. No, never mind. I take back everything I said. He has no upgrades. Got 1 gas, building more missile turrets all over the place. Kyle's getting a Hydralisk in. He is not getting any air whatsoever, and he's getting his first Overseer, so if he does decide to build Banshees with this, they're going to get shut down relatively quickly with the Hydras and Overseer. And man, he's getting siege tanks actually, and here comes the siege mode. Haha. First upgrade for Bio. Oh man, his production tab is huge. He's building so much stuff. Meanwhile, Kyle's just settling with more roaches. He's a very modest Zerg. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna build more roaches. Seems fine. Unfortunately, siege tanks are pretty good against roaches, and when they're sieged up, they're really good against lings. So, I don't know. This isn't looking too good for Kyle so far. So far, of course. Dropping more mules. He's got 4 mules in that mineral line, and none in this one. This poor I almost called it a fuel line. Whoops. Mineral line is feeling awfully neglected, unfortunately. Meanwhile, we've got a second starport going on here. I have no idea. This starport's actually getting a reactor, so... Wow, looks like he's gonna go Viking, probably. Yeah, I believe you... No, you can build Medivacs. Never mind, I take that back. I take back everything I said. He's getting his Zerg missile attacks, getting the, missile attacks upgrade, ranged upgrades, and he's getting the grooved spines. I'm not actually sure what that does. Let me figure that out. It increases the attack range of Hydralisks. So Kyle going for some pretty nasty Hydralisks up in here. Preparing to just throw spines. Meanwhile, siege tech's about to finish, and his siege tanks are coming out. Preparing to wreck some Zerg. And siege tech has finished. He does not actually have an armory yet, so we're not going to see any upgrades for the... Oh, Overseer actually dropping a changeling behind the gas. Oh man, this could get interesting. Now suddenly, the second that changeling steps out from behind that gas, Kyle will know everything. He already knows quite a bit because of just the Overseer. He does not know about the missile yet, and this guy does not know about the changeling at all. That was a very clever drop-in, not gonna lie. This SCV is doing some crazy shenanigans. What is he doing? Is he gonna build an expansion up here? If I had to take a wild guess, that's what I'd say. That is a very sneaky maneuver. Meanwhile, more siege tanks. We got Medivacs coming. He probably would be building science vessels, but those aren't available in multiplayer. Wah, wah, wah. And getting 2 more barracks on the way as well. This guy is macroing up. Oh man. I should take some tips from this guy next time I play. Kyle getting level... Nope, still researching level 1 upgrades. Never mind. I take that back. Man, Zerg upgrades take a while, don't they? All of them do. I just thought they went faster than this. Oh, shit. Slipping in the changeling very cleverly. Nice job. The changeling actually does not appear blue on my map, so forgive me for not noticing that earlier. Man, he's just dropping those supply depots. He is telling that SCV, build nothing but supply depots until the end of time itself. And yes, I was correct. He is building an expansion up here. That is very sneaky. I know I wouldn't be expecting it. And I doubt Kyle even suspects it, considering the massiveness of this base. Getting the level 1 infantry armor. Not bad. Not bad at all. Armor is always good. Makes your units live for a bit longer. And he's pumping out the Vikings as well, in case Kyle for some odd reason goes air, which he has not hinted at once. But let's face it. Actually, how much does he know? Ooh. Yeah, a mighty nice bit of Hydralisks. How much does GreenGrass know? Actually, he knows quite a bit. He knows about the Hydralisk Den. He does know quite a bit, but I don't know. He's just playing at the safe road. He's building the anti-air just in case, and getting ravens as well. Ooh, Always gotta love the Ravens. Meanwhile, Changeling slowly running out of energy. Slowly but surely, and it's gonna be gone in a couple of seconds. He's just gonna die, and everyone around him's gonna be like, the fuck? How'd he die? He had a cardiac arrest, oh no! I'm excited to see what he does with these Ravens, because let me tell you, man, those Seeker missiles, they hurt. My god, do they hurt. Kyle's pumping out some more, what are they called? You know, the Hydralisks and the Roaches, there we go. Oh man, he's pumping out a lot of them, that's 10, and he's getting the Zerg armor. Zerg infantry armor. Or ground armor. I suppose all the Zerg is infantry technically. They don't exactly have any mech to speak of. Meanwhile, his third expansion is getting up soon. And when that thing's up, oh, here it comes. So I wonder if is that just going to be some sneaky expansion, or is he going to actually build some production facilities there? It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't, or if he did, because, you know, kind of run out of space over here. Well, with all the supply depots and everything going on. Meanwhile, yeah, he's got a modest amount of siege tanks. He's got one Raven, just in case they run into cloaked units. And, of course, you know, for the Seeker missile, which takes 100 energy, so it's actually going to take quite a while. I don't know if he's actually going to mainly use that, because, you know, if he was, then he probably would have gotten the, what's it called, the Corvid reactor. At least that's what I would have done, you know. Oh, meanwhile, Kyle's suddenly getting air. Oh, man, that's going to get shut down so hard by those Vikings. Well, how many does he have? Oh, he's only got one? No, he had two. Two Vikings, never mind. He probably will survive it then. Never mind, I retract my previous statement. Let's build more Ravens. Two more medevacs are out and ready to... I was about to say kick ass, but they don't really do that. I guess they heal ass? I don't know. I'm reaching at straws here, damn it. Forgive me. Kyle building some more spawn... or, I almost called them spawn crawlers. Spore crawlers to defend his, whatever they're called. Automaton just sort of chilling out of the creep, just like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that stuff. That stuff's weird, man. Nasty. Let's build one more Viking and one more medevac, just to be safe. Meanwhile, overall supply is heavily favoring the Terran. Oh man, that's never a good thing when the Terran's out macroing you. When you're Zerg, because Zerg are all about macro. And oh, it looks like he's gonna start moving out soon. The army's mobilizing. Now, here comes the question, are these siege tanks going to be for D, or are they going to be for offense? Looks like they're going to be for our defense, actually. Same thing with the... I don't know, are the Ravens and the Vikings going to stay home? Wouldn't surprise me if they did. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if the Vikings stayed home, but it looks like they are. Siege tanks have been selected. They're coming in for probably... Oh, here comes the fifth one. Nope, they're moving out as well. He's just going on all-out attack, preparing. Meanwhile, this expansion just lost two more mules. Oh, well. Man, he has a massive army. 173 supply to 116. Now, let me just take a look and see how much of that is army and how much of it is workers. He is favoring him both ways. Oh, man. Kyle's just getting out-macroed. Meanwhile, here come the Mutalisks. They might be able to take out those... Maybe, I don't know. He has a lot of anti-air considering the Marines and Vikings. Oh, and the Viking sees the Viking is dead as hell. And now Kyle has been supply capped. But it's okay, because he's getting level 2 missiles, and he's getting the Galil reconstitution. That's something for Roaches. I forget what. Let me figure it out. We got increased movement speed of Roaches. Alright. I'm not sure how that's going to help him, because he's definitely have to go into defense. So unfortunately, that upgrade isn't really going to give him much to go on here. The timer's running short, and the army is approaching his base at Mach 12. Yeah, probably more like Mach 0.2 maybe. Yeah, it's being a bit more generous. Automaton trying to slip himself in as an important member of the army, but just gets run over by siege tanks. And the area units give him vision, so he just goes ahead and attacks a few Hydralisks, which are going to promptly die, thanks to Siege Tech. Siege Tech is just messing his army up. But he has a lot of cloaked roaches and lings. So will the surprise attack be enough? And of course these medevacs are just keeping anyone who gets hit by a spine crawlers healed, unfortunately. Another Overlord falls, and his Hydralisks are all dead. Where are the Mutalisks? I know he was building them, where'd they go? Oh, they're harassing his line. So meanwhile, his entire supply is dying, but he doesn't care. He's got a bigger armor than he needs to take this guy, I almost said this guy. I'm sorry, Kyle, to take Kyle out. And there goes the spine crawler. He's only got 4 roaches left. 3, 2, 1, 0. There's nothing left at home except for a queen. And she is not going to last long underneath this heat. Not at all like the queen. Wow, they aren't even caring. There's like, it's a queen, whatever. Minimal DPS, I really don't care. Mealists over here just trying to make a difference, trying their hardest to prove that they're going to be important in this fight, but they really aren't doing much. Meanwhile, we got 14 mutas on the way. They are hatching and they're on their way to his base. Kyle's trying to go for a, oh, GreenGrass getting a little frustrated with the muta play. But yeah, it looks like Kyle's going for a base trade with the mutas maybe. And it's certainly annoying GreenGrass. But unfortunately, annoyance doesn't kill, so oh boy, this isn't looking too good for Kyle here. The timer is counting down to his doom, and the spire is going to fall, meaning that these 4 mutas are going to be the last ones that come out. These mutas are really wrecking his base, though. Kyle might still be able to win this if he builds a sneaky expansion like over somewhere crazy. Just send one of these drones out and send him out somewhere absolutely horrendous. Because he really doesn't have much to kill these mutas with. He's not even building that much either. These mutas could easily just wreck this base if they wanted. They are wrecking it. And if he hides that expansion, that means he won't have any more bases. Oh, meanwhile, he's just scouting out where that last expansion is. It's a good thing he didn't build it in his natural. But now the army's gathering. There's only one last place for this expansion to be. Never mind. Tanks and Marines and Marauders, they're getting a little bit confused, inhaling too much of the siege intoxications. What was that sound? That didn't sound good. Meanwhile, these Ravens sitting at maximum energy. Yeah, they're probably just there for detection. Oh well. They aren't even gonna bother sending the rocks down. They're just gonna gather over here because, let's face it, spine crawlers don't do jack. These missile turrets are just gonna melt beneath these mutas. This could actually end either way. If these mutas destroy enough buildings and these guys manage to hold it off. Oh, but the siege tank just takes down those spine crawlers. Ouch. I think it's too late now. I don't think there's any way, unless he researched Overlord carrying capacity, you know, that special upgrade, which he did not. So yeah, it looks like he's screwed. When these last buildings fall, that's it. GG. I don't even think Kyle's gonna admit GG. He's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna give you the pleasure of saying that was a good game. But the extractor falls, and GreenGrass leaves the game. Yep, Kyle left. Or no, the game ends with GreenGrass being the victor, just absolutely destroying Kyle's base. It's never a good thing when the Terran out-macro you, and it's never a good thing when the Terran has more command centers than you as a Zerg. I don't know much about bases, timing, and resource management, but what I do know is that if you're Zerg, you always want to have more bases than the enemy player. But hey, overall though, that was a pretty close game. Those mutas, they could have changed it, man. They could have changed it, but they didn't. They were just too slow, just gathering up here in the corner, huddling together before they are easily picked off when the army comes home. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.